Hey, this is Lindsay here from Fit and Fabulous, and today I am going to be making jalapeno poppers. Oh, they are so good. I've made them so many times now. I've kind of perfected the recipe, so I'm going to show you guys how I make them now. So what I usually start out with, I've actually been using one of these silicone little container things. This one's actually used for cake pops, but you can basically find them anywhere on Amazon. So I start with one of these, and so of course I usually use egg whites. I do put a little bit of seasoning in it, so I use Mrs. Dash. It's like the no salt herb and garlic. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. And of course I have my jalapenos, and then I use a little bit of cheese on top of it. Now this isn't real cheese. This is actually like dairy-free cheese, but I do like it. It's called pepper jack style shreds, so it's pretty good. Okay, so this is what I do. So I'm gonna get a spoon. So of course, the first thing you want to do is you want to turn the oven on to 450. So make sure that's nice and hot. Now I like to pre-mix it instead of just putting the egg whites directly into the container. So this one, I've tried to use a full cup of egg whites, and it seems to be a little bit too much because it overflows. So if I use about a 3/4, if you guys can see that, about 3/4 of a cup, like that. And then what I do is I put in my seasoning. So you guys can basically use any kind of seasoning you want. You can kind of play around with it. So I put in some seasoning, quite a bit. Sometimes I do add salt. Definitely getting it all over the counter. So I like to mix it in. I do like to add a little bit of salt because it does need some salt. So I have my salt here. I like to use Himalayan pink salt, so I put a little bit of salt in. Like that. So mix it up. And then what I do is I pour it in. So I'm only pouring it in, so it's about like a half to like 3/4 full. Because sometimes when you get to the end, you don't quite have enough. Like what I have right now. So like that. And then you have a little bit of seasoning left over. And then I usually just kind of like even them out a little bit. And if in doubt, you can always just add a little bit more egg. Like that. And then grab a knife. I take my jalapenos, and I usually only use like maybe a half of one. So I take it and just kind of like slice it along the edge here. Be careful not to get it in your eye because it's really hot. So I take a piece about that big, and that big's that's good enough for me. I mean, depending on how hot you actually want it. So I usually put like 1 to 2 pieces in each. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I'm literally just like slicing off just like little pieces and putting them in. So these are really great to make, like you can have them on hand for like a snack because you can just like have them in the fridge, or you can have them for breakfast. They're really good for breakfast, or basically anytime. Right, I need a little bit more, like that. Don't want the seeds in there. Oh, still got a seed on there. A little bit more. So yeah, so I got about 2 pieces in each. A couple of them I'll just add a little bit more just to kind of get rid of it. Like that. And then what I do is I put the cheese on. So because this isn't real cheese, it's actually made from oils. When I cook it, it takes a little bit longer. And I literally just put like a tiny bit of cheese on all of it. So, and with this silicone pan, I love it because I've tried to make these poppers before in just the regular pan, and the eggs stick to the pan, and I've tried spraying it and they always stick, and it's such a pain in the butt to try and clean. But this silicone little concoction, like this little pan that I have here, works so good. You literally just like pop them out. It's so easy. And it's so easy to clean too. So highly recommend it. Like I said, I think you can get them off at Amazon. So this is what it looks like that. So I'm gonna put them in the oven for like 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just about to take the jalapeno poppers out of the oven. They've been in there now for about 15 minutes, 17 minutes-ish, right around that time. I just keep checking them, but they're a nice golden kind of like brown color. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they look so delicious. I really wanna show you how easy it is to actually like pop these bad boys out of here. So they're really freaking hot right now. So basically if I just take my spoon, here, let's take this one. Literally, they just like pop out. So let's go for this one. And as you can tell, some of them are different sizes. So of course, like, I don't know, some of them just get a little bit bigger than others, which is completely normal, but they're so delicious. So this is actually what they look like. And then if you wanted to, you could actually put a little bit of popcorn seasoning on them. Let's see what I got. I got a little bit of just like cheddar. So I actually got this recipe from LadyBoss Trainer. It is such a good app. Oh my gosh, I love it. I've been doing some of her workouts. They're amazing. They like kick your butt, totally. So yeah, that's it for that. Like I said, I just want to show you guys how to make these jalapeno poppers because they're so delicious and I just love them. And if you guys make them and maybe change up the recipe like a little bit, let me know what tastes good. All right, I will talk to you guys later. All right, love you, bye.